Ukraine has announced the liberation of the village of Andriivka near the Russian-held city of Bakhmut. In a post on social media on Friday morning, Ukraine's general staff said, "The defense forces liberated Andriivka in Donetsk region, inflicted significant losses on the enemy in terms of manpower and equipment, and entrenched at the occupied frontiers." They also reported partial success near another village south of Bakhmut, Klishchivka, but added, "Tough battles are ongoing." Ukraine's 3rd Separate Assault Brigade fighting on the ground said it had led a lightning operation and practically liquidated the whole of Russia's 72nd Infantry Brigade. Bakhmut, a town that was once home to around 70,000 people, was captured by Russian forces in May following one of the longest and bloodiest battles of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Ukrainian forces, however, almost immediately began pushing back around the northern and southern flanks of the city and have been posting incremental gains, AFP reports. Andriivka is around 14 kilometers, 9 miles, south of Bakhmut, with an estimated pre-war population of fewer than 100 people. It's the second time in 24 hours that Kyiv has claimed Andriivka had been liberated after a communication breakdown on Thursday led to a premature announcement. Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Maliar made the claim in a post on Telegram only to be swiftly contradicted by Ukraine's 3rd Assault Brigade, which said it was too soon to declare the liberation of Andriivka. The statement about the capture of Andriivka is false and premature, it wrote. Currently, serious and heavy fighting continues in the districts of Klishchivka and Andriivka. Such statements are harmful, pose a threat to the lives of personnel, and harm the performance of combat missions. In another Telegram post, Maliar later said she was clarifying the information and said there was a communication breakdown between several sources of information reporting directly from the scene. On Friday, Maliar said on Telegram that the General Staff had now officially confirmed that our troops captured Andriivka yesterday as a result of fighting. It was difficult, and the situation changed very dynamically several times yesterday, she added. A devastating Ukrainian attack on Moscow's Black Sea Fleet has caused panic among many Russians on social media, with some even calling for an end to Putin's special military operation. In what Kyiv described as a very good result, a missile strike on the Ordzhonikidze ship repair plant severely damaged a submarine and landing ship in the early hours of Wednesday morning. As the Kremlin battles with the repercussions of both the strike and the recent liberation of the Boiko Tower's gas and oil production platforms, Russian citizens are going into a bit of a spin. Commenting on Russian news articles, one person criticized the business as usual atmosphere in Russia, writing, "For how long are we going to ignore these big things?" To which someone replied, "Until the end. Only no one knows whose Russia's or Ukraine's end will be bigger." Another person even went so far as to suggest Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine should be called off, writing, "As a result of the attack on Sevastopol, 24 people were injured." I don't know what to think. Maybe it's time to stop this special operation? They were swiftly rebuked by another commentator who replied, "Do you think the terrorist attacks will stop?" "No! That's where the zombified fascists are. They should be wiped clean." Looking forward, one person suggested even worse things were in store for Russia if Ukraine receives more advanced weaponry from its Western allies. And if they get these F-16 or 17, then what will happen? There will be a great shame, they wrote. Elsewhere, there was a huge degree of cynicism on show. When one person asked if the SVO, Special Military Operation against the people or the regime, another replied, "No difference. People want more spectacles, as bread every day is more expensive, and the spectacle is still free." While the strike on Sevastopol was an impressive attack, Ukraine has been sending kamikaze drones towards Moscow for weeks now. And while these attacks have not caused the same amount of damage, they had already instilled a sense of fear among Russians. After an attack earlier this week, one person commenting on Russian news reports wrote, "Something is wrong in our kingdom." There was also frustration aimed at President Putin at the apparent lack of adequate response to such attacks. One person wrote, "So, when will Moscow's respond to these attacks? Will everyone stand on the brakes?" We are waiting for active actions after these terrorist attacks. Another wrote, when will Russia destroy the entire Ukrainian government and its visitors, including Blinken and so on? And while Russians wait for the Kremlin to respond, Kyiv has only vowed more attacks. A Ukrainian drone and missile attack destroyed a sophisticated Russian air defense complex in Crimea in the early hours of Thursday morning, as Kyiv warned those living on the occupied peninsula to expect more surprises. We deceived the entire Russian fleet. A special forces officer shared how the so-called Boiko towers were recaptured.
Ви ж розуміли, що це може бути мандрівка в один бік?
Конечно. Не боится только дурак и покойник.
Що ви йшли на резинових човнах?
Верно.
Чому не на більших?
Он более маневреннее.
І швидший, так?
Его меньше видно воздушному средству.
На самих вишках захопили ваші бійці набої, систему, яка спостереження. Вона цінніша за ці набої?
Конечно.
А що в ній?
Ну, как минимум, это техника. Ее можно вскрыть, посмотреть, программное обеспечение, там, техническое обеспечение, там, короче, полезная куча информации, которая нам может дать какие-то ответы на наши вопросы. Почему, где и как. Нас увидел самолет, когда мы... Вот самый такой недолгий момент, когда мы только начали прифортовываться, по нашим бойцам начал уже все-таки отрабатывать самолет. Чуть-чуть пробили луфт.
Все-таки
Оно немного там...
один такий снаряд міг би потопити вас?
Елементарно. У нас очень квалифицированные операторы ПЗРК.
А скільки було пострілів?
Один.
Один?
Да.
І зразу поцілили?
Там был попадание в, если не ошибаюсь, хвостовую часть. И мы видели, что своеобразный какой-то дым. Сначала белый, потом черный, и все, он и ушел. Ограничили очень сильно им действия в акватории Черного моря. А именно акватории острова Змеиный. Мы очень их отодвинули, грубо говоря, к берегам Крыму. В Черном море они уже довольно сильно теряют свое, как говорится.
Just another day in Russia. Watch till the end.
Санек, все, взорвем? Давай. Не надо. Нет, вы туда в пустяки. Она звукошумовая. Будет громко, сигнализация работает. Так кидаем или нет?
Нет. Да? Нет, не надо.
Дергай.
Кидай ничего.
Сейчас я высветлю, разорву там.
Я тут.
Иди выдергивай.
Дальше.
Ну выдерни, а я брошу. Выдергивай кольцо.
Ты чё, блядь, ебанутый, сука, блядь! Блядь, иди нахуй, блядь! Ты чё, уёба?
Она звукошумовая.
Да мне похуй, ёпта!
Ладно, извини.
Сука!
Извини, больше я не буду.
Тварь, блядь!
Извини, пожалуйста.
Ты можешь, блядь, таких убивать сам, блядь!
Ладно, прости. Все, извини.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.